Might as well open.
Okay. I don't know why that suddenly made me nervous, like I'm supposed to perform when you're already chatting. So welcome to Hear Me Out. I'm your host, Missy.
I'm Adam.
And this is our show. So
this is what episode? I think it's episode 4. There's been a lot of mishaps.
Yeah, we had recorded an episode. It was like
I recorded an episode in slow-mo. Didn't know that was possible. But you win some, you lose some. So
and then the charging port to my laptop broke, so then I had to send it to get fixed and all that. So like
you sent it to get fixed, and then
they had a faulty. They called
put in
me.
The wrong part.
Yeah, they called me saying like, yeah, we put in the part, but like it doesn't work, so we gotta get a new one. So I'm just like, all right, bro, like cool, I guess. But like. We're back now.
We've made leaps and bounds too. Obviously,
you see the little setup. You see us. You know.
You can see the mics, but I don't have the mental capacity to try and set them up right now. I'm gonna get to it.
But you see the light. We coming.
You see, I got it.
Yeah.
There was something on what you just said.
It's funny. I forgot we were talking about pre-pod already.
Nah, I might be tweeting. I can't remember. But we got a new game, too. We got... What do you say it's called?
It's called We're Not Really Strangers.
Should say Hello Stranger. How to play. I probably should have read how to play before we got into this.
That's funny, because I think I played it and never even fully read the instructions. I just read the cards and answered the questions. It was cool, like... It was cool. Some of them got real deep personal. You gotta, you know... Can't be ducking and smoke, you know, you gotta get into it.
You know what, we might, we're not gonna play a full game, so I think it's just like...
You started at level 3 already? Alright.
That's level 3?
I just seen the card, I'm like, alright, he said, alright.
You're right, they're numbered. I don't really know you like that.
Yeah, hold on, let me read them, because I think... I'm gonna try to explain the categories, and I have no idea what it means. I'm not gonna read the rules. I didn't. Level 1. Oh, so this is just a reminder card. Let go of your attachment to the outcome. But, okay, cool.
Do you think I'm on camera right now because I'm thinking about like that? Come on.
Okay, so I guess this was just answer the question. How likely am I to go camping?
How likely are you to go camping?
Yeah, and how high maintenance is my setup?
Highly likely, and I think you'd enjoy, I think you'd enjoy both sides of the spectrum. You feel me? Like, if you had to, rough it, drunk as fuck, in, the bottom of a tent, you don't even got, an air mattress, just a couple of comforters.
Yeah, I swear to God, I'd be chilling. Yeah. Little campfire.
I'll tell you what, I've been camping.
Yeah, I'd be alright.
I've been slumming at camping a couple times, and I had a great time every time.
Hey.
I'm so drunk by the end of the day, I don't care that I'm sleeping with my back on a root.
See,
I'm just laid up on the ground. As long as my tent's closed, I don't even hear no rustling outside.
Nah, see, I went camping one time, and I think I was like 12 or something. But it was one of the most fun times of my life. When I tell you, I feel like I smelled like campfire for a week, and it was the best thing ever. It was so great.
Nah, my first time camping, we was old. We wasn't old, but it was freshman year in high school, and I hadn't been camping with my family. I went camping for the first time with my friends.
Yeah.
We bought let me not incriminate myself right now. We bought a lot of greenery, and just we had someone there. The best part was we had someone there that was kind of like a camp mom, so she was cooking up stuff.
Oh, bet.
So we had the little bit to eat. We would have made do, but it was the boys. You feel me? So
when I went, it wasn't full roughing it. They had showers, a bathroom, and they had this little beachy area, and we went as a group, so it was a bunch of us. I think it was maybe 30 families or some shit like that. So there's always someone cooking something. There was somebody chilling by the pool watching the kids.
It was 5 of us, bro.
Nah, it was a whole
group. We
used
to steal niggas' canoes and be out on the lake smoking and drinking. If you've ever drank on a boat or a canoe, maybe it's just me because the sea legs is strong, but I don't feel no alcohol. But as soon as I step on land, I'm I'm moving,
That's like Jack Sparrow, bruh.
Maybe that's why he was always wobbling.
That was the % why.
That's cracker cold, man. Shit. Bro was shaky leg. Like he was always running with like stiff legs, and now I get it. Cause as soon as I got on land, I was not. You're always keeping yourself stiff. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know why. I just wanted to pull one.
Oh, I already went next time.
Oh, close your eyes. What color are my eyes? I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not gonna cheat, but you can answer the question. There's not that many options, really.
Like, what exact shade are my eyes? And I'm kidding.
Oh, you're asking what color are yours?
Yeah.
They're brown, nigga. I don't know. Right?
No, they're deep chocolate. No, I'm playing.
No,
yeah, like
I don't like chocolate, so. Mine are maple hazel, but you never.
They're not.
You never would have guessed that, so it's not.
Whatever, bro. No. Okay. All right.
Oh, I picked up the reminder card. All right, one more.
Just pick them, whatever.
Play around the rock, paper, scissors. Winner can ask anything, and you gotta answer. I don't have anything in the.
Neither do I, but
let's
like.
Go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I win.
Fuck.
So I gotta ask you something?
I'm actually not that mad that you won, because I can care less about thinking about it.
No, literally, because I'm like, come on, I got the task. Like, do you have any, like, nasty habits? Like, something you know is like, oh, people knew I did this, they'd be kind of like, ugh. But, like, I don't care, because, like, I'm by myself, so I'm gonna do this.
A nasty habit?
Like some
one
people,
that
like,
I still have?
like, some people, like, eat their buggers. Like, some people, like, some people, like, I'm not about to serious. I talked about me because I asked you the question.
Yeah, no. Don't expose yourself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
It has to be, like, nasty?
Yeah, or weird. I don't know. Some, like, oh, you wouldn't necessarily, like, want to do that in front of people. You see her rubbing your fingernails. You better not say biting your nails because like, we all know you do that.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe just having like the oral fixation.
Okay.
You know, just like sometimes I'll bite things that like you don't really want someone to know you're like
it's biting this.
chewing on. You know.
Alright. So like what should we be chewing on?
I don't know. It just depends on the texture, bro. Like.
Is there a certain type of texture you like chewing on more?
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
I guess like rubbery things, like you know, like soft rubbery things, or like things that like when you crush them they stay.
Yeah, shape. Yeah.
Things like that.
All right, respect.
Oh God.
I needed to know.
What are you pulling another card? That's your last card. I'm not answering no questions no more.
I don't know if you got my name. What do you crave more of? It could be anything.
What do I crave more of?
Yeah, like me.
Success.
Time.
I'm all about the Wait, what did you answer?
Time.
You crave more time. You know, I could actually get with that answer because at the end of the day, like, if I could be put into like, if I could put my consciousness right now into like a robot body or an android and live forever, I think I would be way happier than I am right now. Like, I think there'd be nothing that could make me sad if I didn't have a constant pressure of time or a constant pressure of mortality in general.
Alright, hold on. You added more layers to that. Because if we're talking pure mortality, I'm sorry. They don't need to offer me that because I'm going to be a pure villain.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if I live forever, I can be a villain at some point.
True.
And I'm going to be a villain at some point.
True.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm going to have to make decisions that just aren't that great. But, oh well. Like, I'm going to outlive everyone, so.
At the end of the day, I'm going to be alright, so like.
there's going to be a new wave of people that won't care. And on the topic of mortality and extraterrestrial extension of the body, alien talk has gotten really crazy, and I'm really here for it. Because, like, I'm over the time of people really not believing that aliens exist. Because I believe I believe that aliens do exist.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's crazy that now I'm remembering what I said I couldn't remember like 30 minutes ago. So, I saw someone having a conversation about aliens, and it made me think of the most plausible explanation for any type of alien, and it's because they said something like, you know what Sentinel Island is?
No.
It's an island on Earth that, like, no one else has contact with. So they don't have internet, cars, none of that shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They don't know about nothing. And they were like, oh, what if we're the Sentinel Island of the universe? Shout out you, because it was a good ass thought. What if we're the Sentinel Island of the universe? The uninhabited, blah, blah, blah. And it made me think, like how we've been watching Star Wars. Mm-hmm. And a lot of different, like, space-themed things, they always have a concept of, like, an intergalactic network. And that network has a certain type of rules. Because all these beings have ascended, like, our level of understanding. Where, like, they would think, let's not interact with it sounds terrible, but let's not interact with lower life forms until they're ready to understand the levels that we're at. So imagine if there was a whole, like, light years away, there was a whole network of galaxies connected, all doing space travel and stuff, but they don't come to our galaxy because they're like, there's no one in this galaxy that's ready for the technology that we have.
I believe that.
And I remember, that's crazy, I remember the whole thing. And it made me think that the way things work in nature is like, if that concept was true, and given how big the universe is, all these different points could just be universal natural selection, where life forms on a planet and it has a chance to ascend to this level of, like, intergalactic play where, like, your species will never your species has less of a chance to go extinct because you spread out across the universe. But, like, for example, the dinosaurs, natural selection happenstance to lead them to getting hit by the meteor and getting wiped out, as far as we know. Technically, we don't know. Dinosaurs, for all we know, right? Because we only have their bones, technically dinosaurs could have, like, because they could have had technology and then taken it all off the planet. You know what I mean? In some crazy, hypothetical world. The dinosaurs could have had technology that allowed them to talk, do stuff, yada, 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 built a ship, took it off the planet, and then the rest of the dinosaurs got extinct. You know what I mean? So it's like the same thing could happen to humans, where we either have a chance to go above and beyond our existence right now as just these little meat sacks on the planet doing nothing much but complaining, or we'll get hit by a meteorite if we wait too long, or we'll just naturally go extinct. Because I genuinely think that any species that doesn't, at this point in sentience, that doesn't choose to go out into space will eventually become extinct, because we're just going to keep growing and growing in population, and the Earth is never going to get bigger. So, like, either something needs to shake where a lot of us go away, or we need to get more space. Otherwise, it's a wrap for us.
I'm that person that feels like if it's our time to go extinct, like, they blew up.
I'm not. What?
Like,
I'm not going out like that.
Literally natural selection, like.
I'm a warrior. I'm not going out like that.
Animals go extinct all the time. it's not even like oh. No, we have a quote-unquote escape route because we wouldn't have to be worrying about all the Earth is sustainable in itself. We have polluted so much of the Earth where now we can't inhabit those spaces. Mm-hmm. Like shit, like Chernobyl, like let's think about that. We literally poisoned the Earth where we cannot exist there, and we talking about we're gonna run out of space. Well, like.
But hear me out. You gotta understand that. With progression comes sacrifice. At the end of the day, we never would have got cars to this point if we didn't have terrible cars in the first place.
Okay, but
it sucks that the Earth had to be the catalyst for our growth, but in reality, that's life, bro.
No, and that's the problem, and that's the mentality. Because who said, we needed cars? Who said we needed to get around our feet work, our legs work?
But we never would have reached this level of sentience without increasing our productivity. And that required extreme methods of travel. That required...
Okay, but at base level, that's still a parasitic relationship. Because you're telling
exactly,
me
that's why I'm saying every species, once it reaches this level of sentience, needs to try to go out to space. Because you cannot sustain yourselves and grow any more off the planet that you're on. A planet it's only so much resource. No matter how much we want to be like, it's sustainable and recyclable, and it's only so much resource on a planet. And there's so many planets for us to go and try and find new resources on, uninhabited planets, unexplored. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a better option than draining our entire planet of its life, no matter which way you look at it, you know? That's my environmentalist view on it, because I want to save the planet, but the planet's been a sacrifice to our growth. And if we want to, at this point, we either need to put her out of her misery
or leave her alone. The planet is the sacrifice to our growth, yet we cannot survive without our planet. Like, we thrive on oxygen and water, right? Which is found here, right? Like, because we're born here.
But we have canisters of oxygen that we...
So you can synthesize oxygen now? You can synthesize oxygen?
That's the whole reason we tried to go to Mars and create domes and produce
oxygen. We cannot create oxygen. We cannot create water. It is naturally occurs here. That is why we exist here.
Hear me out.
You're not seeing
if
some
aliens
pigs or whatever else trying to find some way to build some whatever the hell else.
You're thinking in the concept of just now. We can't create oxygen now, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Space travel is possible. We have bases out in space. They're getting oxygen somehow. I can't explain it to you right now because I haven't researched, even though I'd love to be an astronaut. But there's people out in space for a long time, months at a time. They're getting oxygen somehow. And I don't think we're just shipping it up there on some automatic trade. Well, just because that costs a lot of money.
Okay, bro.
It costs a lot of money just to launch something into space.
It costs a lot of money for a lot of things. The government be doing whatever. We're talking about a lot of money. Bro, the same day the Jake Paul fight happened, the Pentagon failed its fifth testing. Because where's trillions of dollars going? Clearly it's being spent on something. So you're talking about, we're out of money. What even is? Like, what even is that? Like,
what happened to the Pentagon?
So on the same, okay, so you know how they be trying to distract us from certain things by, having events, whatever it was?
Yes, sir, yeah.
Yeah, so on the same day the Jake Paul fight happened, the Pentagon had an audit, and they failed it, and that was the fifth one.
Remind me what an audit is specifically?
Essentially, it's like calculating where all your money went in and out of. It's saying transactions.
So they just did an inventory.
And there's trillions of dollars just missing. It's just unaccounted for. So, and every year, trillions are just going and going and going, and they keep saying, we're just going to audit and find out where it's going. We're going to get to the bottom of this. And
I think that's more of a problem with the corrupt politicians stealing money for personal use than no.
So, you think that's not personal use? You're saying,
NASA's not personal use. That's government shit. That's the one. That's probably the one and only government branch that's just government like funding. No one in NASA is in it for like personal gain.
It's cute that you like trust the government. That's so sweet.
I don't trust the government,
but it sounds like
NASA's one goal is space travel. That benefits no one.
That's cute because at first NASA's one thing was like exploring the ocean, and I felt like they found something down there that they didn't think we need to know about, so they went to space.
Did you not think the ocean was just the precursor to going to space?
No.
That would make sense since you're dealing with pressures in space, so you would build pressurized submarines.
It's so cute that you trust the government, Mookie.
I don't trust the. Stop doing that.
It sounds like you do, though. It sounds like you do, and it's okay.
Whether NASA is part of the government or not, the spendings of NASA don't benefit anyone personally. If the only
How?
Because it's just NASA is essentially a waste of money. Do you think Trump wants to go into space? No, he's stealing money to have fun and do whatever he wants because he's part of the government.
Okay.
Same thing as every other government politician.
You're not going to tell me that there are not CEOs or higher powers or whatever that aren't going to benefit if we get to space. If space travel opens up right now, who do you think is in charge of that? Because it's not the U.S. government. It's whoever made it possible.
Exactly. But think about this. What better resource is there for the rich people to put their money into then? Because the more money that goes into NASA, the higher likely the chances that instead of it just being a select few people, the funding will be enough for us to come up with a way for a multitude of people. No matter how you look at it, funding towards NASA, not even funding towards NASA, let me not say that. Funding towards space travel and, renewable energy sources, anything scientific that actually benefits the greater good of the people, who cares? If any rich person is putting his money into that, I fully back him.
My point.
What else would I put my money into? If I was rich, I would put my money into research for the betterment of mankind. What else would you put your money into?
Hence NASA. Hence they're shipping them up oxygen. Hence people want, you just answered your own question. There's people like you that would spend the money on it. You just don't happen to have the money for it.
All I said was shipping the stuff up is expensive.
Yeah. And you're saying, I doubt that they would have that.
I was saying
and it's like, no, they would.
That they're...
So I'm saying it's synthesizing oxygen?
I don't... Bro, you want me to look up how they're creating oxygen in the space station?
Matter of fact, look it up.
Jesus.
Look it up. Because how else do you think they get water too? Because you think they're not shipping them up water? Because they can just make water now?
That's different. That's like a food shipment.
So oxygen is so different, they can't just put a couple tanks of it.
No, because oxygen is a renewable. You can plant a plant in a space station. You could have...
Look it up. Just look it up.
You could have...
Because he's pissing me off. Just look it up.
You could have plants
I'm getting mad. Because he's like... Because I'm going to be like...
I do want to know. I do want to know.
Outside, If you tell me they just up there growing stuff, they own food and whatnot. I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I really don't know, and that's the thing. I just. Oh no, yeah. I thought it was unlikely, but yeah, they just ship it up there.
Oh.
That doesn't change. That doesn't change the fact that I still think it's possible to synthesize oxygen eventually. The whole point of my thing.
You're a parasite. A parasite.
Exactly.
That's what you is.
Humans are parasites that need to leave their host.
I'm okay.
You could be okay if you want. I want out of here. I want Earth to thrive in the lush animal place it is, bro. There's too many humans.
The Earth that gives me so much life.
Yeah, well, I want to leave and stop destroying it. So what's the problem? What's the problem? You want to stay here and keep destroying it.
No, I just want everyone to respectfully just fall off. Like,
so you just would prefer if half the population died. Mm-hmm. You're Thanos, and I'm the fucking... Alright, yeah, nah, it makes sense.
Because the people that, like, respectfully think we need oil, we need to burn it all, like, yeah, they could, like, you know, just, like, not be part of, you know, any of this no more. And we can just go back to, like, trading berries and potatoes and carpentry skills.
Yeah, well, I prefer to not be cold than living in a tent. So you can stay on Earth and live in tents. Because it's good for the environment. I will build me a nice good
fire. You acting like we can't build, like carpenters don't exist. Like I can't buy me a nice sick tree house. I'm gonna give me a nice sick tree house, bro.
The space station also has systems to generate oxygen on site using electrolysis, where water is split into hydrogen and oxygen. Oh!
So
you lucky.
Okay, so you still need water?
Yes.
Oh.
But you can synthesize oxygen. That's my whole point. Do you not understand that oxygen, or do you not understand that water can be found in asteroids? Do you not understand that?
Nah, look at that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Nah, look at that. Because I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Before I go and look this up, let me cook.
All right.
Because what you didn't know is that the Earth was originally an asteroid full of a mass amount of water. And through crashing through other shit and a mass and stuff, it got a gravitational pull. And that, I'm being terrible at explaining this too, and it's pissing me off because
let me not guide me like
I learned this a long time ago. But, yeah, gang, asteroids got water.
So why would I live on Mars and think it's okay to go out and collect asteroids?
Mainly, what I think it is I just don't think humans are putting towards enough effort. Just think about it. It would actually take a really big amount of effort for us to create the project that they have now. I'm pretty sure is the thought of going to Mars, creating a dome, using resources from Earth, planting them, making an ecosystem on Mars, and having that ecosystem integrate into Mars, and eventually just growing dome by dome by dome.
Yeah, so you're telling me you're okay with just existing in an area where you just cannot be outside? You have to be inside under
For the time being, yeah.
At all
For the time being, yeah. Because imagine the dome is the size of our city right now. Imagine the dome started off as the size of a city, and then turned into the size of the state, because guess what? The tents turned into towns, and the towns turned into cities, and the cities turned into states. The problem is, no one wants to restart. But sometimes, you gotta start from ground zero to build something even bigger than you had before. That's why, as crazy as Elon Musk is, sometimes I just wish he wasn't stupid. Not even stupid. Let me not be mean like that. Because I'll never judge someone until I meet them. You know what I mean? Like, the internet is the internet. But as far as, like, my hope that he persists in this, like, scientific nature he has, because one thing that I think a lot of people don't understand is that a scientist is not a good person. Progression is not always inherently good. Same way sometimes you have to test on humans, and humans being soft is the reason we test on animals, because we don't want to kill humans testing stuff for humans, but in reality, who else should we be testing it on? We want to progress a study based in humans, test it on humans. But
people like y'all should
moral
volunteer
compass
for like that since y'all want to benefit from it.
No, I'm not volunteering for anything that's not going to benefit me. I'm more just saying it as an in general statement of like, do you care about animals?
Yes.
And should humans be testing on animals?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so then don't even try and look at me like that.
Because they don't consent, and they not over here trying to do all
my
this
explanation
extra.
is that a
they not trying to do
human
all
can
this extra.
consent. Can they not?
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
So people that want to be consuming them things should be the ones.
So don't point towards me. Don't point the finger at me. I just gave you the explanation.
You're the one supporting the research.
I'm not. I'm more referring to like.
All right. Okay.
We test makeup on animals. We test food products on animals. There's a lot of random BS that we test on animals.
Yes, for no reason. People can sign up for testing makeup products.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you should be the one testing for.
Why are you pointing the finger? I'm just the messenger,
You're
dog.
You're the parasite.
I'm just the messenger.
We need to go into intergalactic space, and if the Earth dies, so be it. So you need to be the one right there with the researchers.
Bro, I promise you, if I had, because what I also think is being a real scientist and that level of intellect, I do really think it's a gift. Like, people like Stephen Hawking, I will say, like Elon Musk, I think it's a gift. I think it's like when people are good at math, and they just see, like, what is it, like, autistic people are like, hear me out, autistic people are like,
yeah,
you know, they can see math in a different type of way. I think certain things like that are a gift, and I think our brains are, yes, capable of a lot, but I think they are just the precursor to being capable of so much more. And I think those people are the window to that. And we see them as crazy and making crazy decisions, immoral decisions, but when you zoom out, like, brother, we done made enough movies to understand that, like, the people with the most power sometimes have to just make the hardest decisions.
Yeah, I guess, bro.
Yes. Asteroids have water, by the way.
Some asteroids have water.
How many asteroids do you think are in space? I didn't mean all of the asteroids. That's what I mean by the Earth was a very rare occurrence of a lot of water in an asteroid. That's the only reason it became Earth.
Shout out Earth. So
yeah, bro. We're like sperm.
Out.
One asteroid out of a million. We're like sperm, dog. The Milky Way is
I don't like like I looked out the window and I was like, wow, Earth, bruh, and you just looked at me and talking about we're like sperm, like, hey yo, hold up. Alright, hold on. Oh.
Bro, space is great. I would prefer to go out into space. And I would prefer to leave my fleshy mortal body and just live
cyborg it up.
Yeah, bust a jig with some metal in my body.
You'd be so stiff. You'd be so stiff. So stiff.
Alright, I'm gonna just roll off of what's on this now. You know what? Actually, since we're in a serious tone, this is old. Like, this was from earlier in the year. But do you know who Adam 22 is?
Nope.
So he's this dude that owns, you know, like a podcast. He's been going for like a really long time. But he's basically like a porn star, and his wife is a porn star.
Together?
Yeah, and they run the pod together. And they'll like do a pod with people, and then just, you know, after Kim just hit. For the threes and for the ones, and whatever they want to do. There was controversy before about him like letting her black dude, and it was like crazy. And
what?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. But I never really gave it much of a look, just because, like, I mean, it's not really that I support it. It's just like, I guess I'll just ignore it because oh well. But I read an article from like earlier this year where basically this girl and this dude that were dating went on the podcast. And on the podcast, he in some way offered the dude's girl $1 million to like shoot porn for the year. Or I hope I'm not getting it.
Not for the year.
It was something like that.
$1 million.
I think it was to prove a point. Oh. Like.
Oh.
Okay. I think he like said something like, someone wouldn't do this for a year and make $1 million, and she was like, that's not even possible. And he was like, I'd pay you to do it. And what ensued is them leaving the podcast, and then him, the girl's guy, finding out that she's at a hotel with them, and then also finding out that like she booked like some hotel room for all three of them being Adam 22 and Lena, all three of them at some separate thing. And it got me thinking, where I'm just like, you know, as much as I want to turn a blind eye, I actually don't care to. I hate to say it, but I don't care for this whole wave of like sex work and sex industry. Like, and I feel like it's for the same reason that I like things like a NASA perspective so much. Mm-hmm. Because I don't care for anything that doesn't really benefit humans. And at the end of the day, it's fun, it's blah. There's nothing beneficial to our culture or to our just existence in general of the sex work industry. And I know like 1 million people will hate me for saying that, but it's like, I'm not saying it needs to go away. I'm just saying the prospect of like
sex and everything.
Yeah, like I saw a thing where they're like, oh, we're pushing to like give them life insurance and health insurance and all these things, and I'm like, why are we making this into a career, real thing? You know what I mean? Like, it used to just be like, not like people that you would shame for it, but just like it used to just be like some underground shit. Like you get down and dirty behind closed doors type shit. But like, I don't know. And seeing his podcast and like watching the clips that I watched, it's like he'll sit there on camera and say like, I don't care. Like, did anyone else make 45 million in the last 3 months? And it's like, that being him basically telling someone they could fuck his girl and getting paid for it. Mm. And I'm just like, I hate to be that person, but like, I really don't care about the money. Like, I just don't respect you. It's like if I lived in a kingdom and my king was like, yeah, I sent the queen over to the next kingdom and just let him run a train on her. And I got us like 2 chests of gold. I'd be like, what? Like, I have no respect for you right now. Like I would have rather gone to war and died for my country.
Let him fuck my queen for 2
That's insane. Like 2 chests of gold and some sheep? Nah, my brother. And it made me like, while I was watching it, it genuinely just made me sad. Because in all honesty, like, even looking at him, I'm like, he doesn't look happy. Maybe that's just the camera. Maybe that's just, you know, my perspective as like an ant looking at a fucking mountain. But, dog, you don't look happy, nor do you sound happy. There was a clip. You sound like you fight with this every once in a while.
You know, and I feel like that's where I hit the point of like, I don't know if it's just turn a blind eye to, because I get 1,000% what you're saying, but it's also, you know, heavy on different strokes for different folks. Like, I feel like I'm in that middle ground because, like, you know, I danced for a little bit, and like, I understand why some people would objectively say they do it just because it's fun, like just being in the club scene and like, oh, the amount of money you can make, or like if you have friends. Like, I objectively understand it, and I don't think there's anything. Yeah. Like, if it serves you, then literally do that, and I love that for you. So I felt like I was trying to accept it. Like, oh, well, you know what, this is, it's empowering. And it's like, it's not, you know what, not empowering, it's not degrading. I don't feel degraded. I don't feel like I'm less than because of. But then I hit a point where it's also like, boy, it don't make me happy. Because, like, me personally, this is just not where I feel like I'm supposed to be, regardless of everyone saying, oh, it's cool, or you should be doing, you know what I mean? It's just like,
I think it's just,
just don't.
It's not productive. Whether you want to care about, oh, I'm degraded because people look at me like this or people look at me like that. It's just, brother, look in the mirror. Not a single minute you spend in this place benefits you in any way, like, healthily.
I mean,
you know what I mean? It doesn't teach you any new skills. It doesn't.
However, I realize some people need outside validation. Now, you could say objectively, oh, that's toxic or bad, but it's like,
I don't think that's how you should look for your outside validation.
And I get that. I
feel like that
and it's not something like, oh, I
bad.
need that. No, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like some people get validation from other things. And, like, I'm not judging. I'm not, because you need someone to tell you you're pretty, or you need someone to tell you you look good, or you make money.
The act of not judging
I mean?
might just...
And yeah, but, like...
Like,
I'm not necessarily co-signing to it, but it's just like...
I'm not gonna lie, I get that we want people to be free and we want people to, like, feel... But at a certain point, I'm just like, brother, like, you've gone too far. Like, reel it in and do something productive. Because the same way you're saying, I prefer to be Thanos, if I was Thanos, those would be the people I snap out of existence. Because what are you doing?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
What are you doing for the general public? What are you doing for the You're not even doing anything healthy for the kids to see. What is supposed to be the point of any, like, the future generations, la-di-da-di, as little as I care, you know what I mean? Like
I feel like the only issue was where it became a point of it now started becoming this lucrative industry. Like, have you on, like, if that's what you want to do, it's your pleasure.
No, yeah.
I like doing this.
Reel it in.
I like watching this. I like the interaction between, all right, cool, bet. I can't hate you. But, like, now because we're making this a career path where it's like,
now you've got,
it don't matter because I can go throw my ad. Like,
now you've got people getting distracted, like, with that and not ruining, but foregoing their chances of doing something they might really be good at or want to do, despite, like people that end up actually wanting to be doctors. Like, I don't think anyone actually looks at it and is like, wow, I really want to cut people up. But some people just fall into it. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, you just find this will in your heart to want to, like, cut people open and replace their organs to keep them alive.
Cause I can't do no CPR for. I hear a crack. I'm done. What, man?
I'm alright.
No, I can't do it.
I just think we should aim for healthier, positive things. Like, I get it. Y'all want to do whatever you want and do what makes you happy in the immediate moment, but, brother.
Like, I honestly feel
a lot of us are depressed right now, and there's got to be some type of reason for it.
I feel like OnlyFans would also be a fire platform if it wasn't just, like, used so sexually off rip. So now it doesn't matter if they're rebranding. It doesn't matter what they're trying to create it to be. Mm-hmm. And once they see OnlyFans, it's like, you do porn.
And the only reason for that is because it's so lucrative and so easy. And everyone wants money, so they can go outside in their Versace slippers and stunt on their neighbors. I don't have no chapstick in here.
I have some on.
Word. Let's stop harping on the general public. What?
The general public get me pressed sometimes.
Yeah, they do, but it's alright. I love you guys.
Yeah, I love outside.
I love the general public. I just want more positivity in the world. And I'm hearing everyone wants to do what they want, but I'm also hearing that everyone is depressed.
Yeah.
And it's like, until some of you break this delusion of like just wanting everything all at once, or like just chill, bro. Just chill. Like, some of y'all are just, whether it's the internet and seeing all these like high-end things 24/7, everyone's going for the top spot. And it's like only a couple people can be at the top spot. Some of y'all just need to learn how to be regular.
That part.
And I know that's not healthy, because you're not going to be a celebrity and be regular, but brother, sometimes it's just not your time. Sometimes it's just not your time, and it may be your time in 10 years from now, but for now you got to be regular. You know how people like are really obsessive about their celebrities and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And we really idolize
like Beyonce.
them. Just in general, anyone, we find celebrities and we really hook on to them nowadays. And I don't know what sparked initially this thought, but, and this will get better because all these thoughts are from like weeks ago, you know what I mean? But people are really like obsessed with what their celebrities are doing. And being so like attached to something. And I started to think like it kind of reflects how people navigate their relationships. Cause it's almost like, maybe, I don't know if this was the thought, but it's almost like people idolize these celebrities and stuff like that. And then when you're looking for a partner, you start to look for people like that.
Okay, I see that.
Whereas maybe like 50 years ago, when people were looking for partners, they were looking for people that reflected people in their immediate life.
Yeah.
Women looked for men like their dad. Men looked for women like their mothers, you know?
No, I get that 1,000%, because I've definitely been around females. It's like, oh, I've heard, in conversation hearing, oh, I can't go on a trip with so and so because she's not gonna look as nice in the pictures. Like, girl, what? Like, people really navigate relationships like that. Like, I mean,
yeah, like we're not even around people anymore.
And you know what? I can't even
we're around them for their status.
Yeah, and I can't even say it so condescending, because like I'm not gonna like lie like I've never said nothing like that, because like respectfully, I've definitely caught myself saying some things like, look at yourself and look at me before you start talking to me, because it's like, bro, like, what made you think I was going for any of that? So I guess objectively that's the same mentality, maybe, but like
a little bit, yeah, because like I've respectfully, until like this point in my life where I started to look at myself and let my ego flourish a little bit, I didn't really look at my friends as like any less attractive than I was. You know what I mean? Now every once in a while I look at the homie and I'm like, hey, yeah, I look good. But I don't think that has any part to play. You know what I mean? In why I'm friends with them. I'm friends with them because they've been with me for how long they've been with me.
So you think you could be friends with somebody ugly?
Yeah.
Like butt booty ugly?
I'm friends with a lot of ugly people.
For real? That's so sweet.
And I am the ugly friend to a lot of other people. Like,
I wonder if I'm the ugly friend anymore. Well, first, I didn't get that many friends. Nah.
Back in high school, bro, I was everyone's ugly friend.
Back in the day, I bet I was somebody's ugly friend. I 1,000%. I would have had to be somebody's friend.
And I was proud.
Let me not talk shit.
I was talking to everyone. Hey, how are you? You got me mad.
But what if I was my best friend? I definitely was not. Yeah, I just did like stuff like, I'm not saying if I was ugly, but like, Anybody know me from back in the day? That's nothing my comment was saying. Like, oh, I was that friend. No.
Yeah, we get it. You were the prettiest girl in the ball. Yo, what's the difference between triggered and angry?
Triggered, you got a second to explain yourself. Angry, I'm pissed off, Rip, because how dare you fix your mouth to say that to me? Like, triggered, what? Like, okay, let me hear me out. So, like,
what perspective was that from?
In general, like, there's like the difference between triggered and angry is like triggered means like I could like be upset or react to something you just said or did because now like my trauma response is gonna cause me to react. But if you're able to explain why or like I'm understanding why, I'm gonna be cool. Angry, you don't have that. Hold on, what? Like explain it. No, I'm angry. I'm mad now. Like, how dare you fix him up to say that? It's triggered. I'm trying to figure out if I'm about to tweak or not. But angry, I'm 1,000% tweaking right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think people need to differentiate when they're using triggered because if someone makes you angry, even like how you're saying, like, yeah, it's a thing of like, I mean, I don't think you should be angry without someone being able to explain themselves, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I feel like you can still explain yourself, but I'm explaining to you why I'm angry, not why, like, the way I view it is maybe like, next time you should have been more sensitive about that. I'm letting you know, like, this is about
angry is like, angry is a little more justified. Being triggered is, I know it sounds harsh, but it's not fully justified.
Like, I feel like, all right, for example, let's say the issue is not getting a text back. I feel like I can be triggered if, like, maybe I want to talk to somebody and they don't answer the phone or answer my text, or maybe I'm talking to somebody new and I feel like they ghosted me for a few hours. I could be triggered, but if I'm knowing what's going on, like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, fine. Like, literally, I got to check myself. I'm going to chill out. But I'm also going to communicate that I'm feeling way about X, Y, Z. So, like, also, if you could, you know, meet me halfway, cool.
Being triggered sounds like toxic behavior.
But like, if I'm mad, it could be like, you are, like, I was going to sound even more toxic. It's going to sound more toxic. But it's like, okay, like, if you know how I be, like, you know, I've already explained to you that this triggers me. I've already explained to you why this bothers me, or, like, what kind of headspace it puts me in, and you continually do it. Yeah, now I can be angry when it happens. Like, whether you think it's justified or not.
That's not toxic at all. That's consequence to your actions.
Yeah, so I feel like when you got time to, like, oh, I explain it. And angry is like, no, literally you knew better and chose to not.
Yeah. Yeah. When you're angry, you should probably, I don't condone anyone being angry. Chill the out. Why? Just because it's not good for your health, bruh.
Literally.
And there's really nothing to be that angry about, man. Like, unless someone really violates you, like, in extreme circumstances, we all know. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of people argue over small stuff, and it's like, a lot of people use triggered as their excuse, and it's like that absolves them of any guilt, and it's like, it really doesn't. Like, I get something happened to you, but if, like, extreme example, if you just punch like 3 people in the face, like, you can't just be like, oh, but I was triggered. Like, this happened to me. Like that.
No, I could be triggered the first time. Like, maybe cause they were like, no. If I want some people to do it, no, I'm angry, I'm mad, and I'm full on doing this.
You saying I'm angry and someone repeatedly doing it? It's like sparking this thought. I don't know, something about girls and not knowing boundaries.
Pride baddies?
Nah, it was more like girls. I think it was because I was so frustrated with, like, I don't know, someone's baby dad was just doing crazy stuff, and I was frustrated with it because I'm like, I understand.
Too. I just hate that. I'm sorry. Same. Like, ugh.
I hate to say like women need to reevaluate what they're going to for, but it's like, yeah, sometimes you do because I get it. It's a lot of money. It looks like a lot of success. La di da di da. But foregoing consequence for actions that deserve consequence doesn't help anyone. So, like, when a man cheats on a woman and she lets him buy her a gift and then it's all good, that's not helping anyone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not.
Just because your man is rich, just because he's got the money and he spends the money on you and he buys you these things, like, you cannot forego your morals for money. Like, that doesn't help anyone because at the end of the day, your kid, the way you're running stuff right now, your kids are going to grow up to run stuff. You know what I mean? Like, your daughters are going to grow up to think that, like, they can just let anyone trample over them for a couple dollars. Your sons are going to grow up thinking that they can just pay someone a couple dollars and get whatever they want. And that's just not healthy for anyone. So I think this was coming up off of, like, I don't know, just like basically rich baby daddies. Like, basically guys that just have a bunch of kids and a bunch of baby moms. And I'm like, why do girls continue to seek this? Because I get it. It gets you a quick bag, but, like, is it really worth it in the end? Like,
yeah, like Nick Cannon talking about, yeah, I guess I can admit I'm a narcissist. Like, no, you thought it was your responsibility to populate the earth. I think we all knew you were a narcissist, Cookie.
Genghis Khan. All right, we got 10 minutes. I want to do. Yeah. I thought of a stupid name for it. I was about to call it Pleakley's List.
Pleakley's List?
Yeah. If you know the name, you know the name. But Pleakley's List this week. Oh, I should probably explain what it is. Pleakley's List is going to be every week I come back to this camera. I'm about to have a new artist, an up and coming artist that I just think is unique. I think needs exposure. I know I don't have a platform to give exposure, but I'm hoping it becomes that. I'm gonna try and keep
it will become that. You know, we do affirmations.
I'm gonna try and keep it below. I want to say like 500,000, 600,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. I'm only saying that because some of the ones I found have that amount, but I found a lot with less. And either way, I want this to be like a thing for people that like work jobs like I work and you don't have a lot of time, but you're constantly at work listening to music. I feel like a lot of people listen to the same things over and over and over again, and they don't have the time to look for anything new. And I also feel like a lot of people don't just look for new things in general. Like, I get following trends, but music isn't about following trends. Like, I want new artists to get the shine that they deserve, because now with all this trendy behavior, no one cares. No one cares for artists that are like popping out with custom sounds and new ways of going about stuff. And I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna put them on. First, who did I have first? I think this week I'm gonna do Risa.
Okay.
Risa has had me in a chokehold for the entire week. It's like that's the one that I was talking about, the hood gospel.
Okay, yeah.
It's gospel. It's like gospel music, but it's fresh. It's like new.
Okay.
And it's upbeat. And the main reason I'm recommending her is because all of her music, you can go through her entire catalog. She just dropped an EP. She doesn't have much out now. It's like singles and an EP. It's called Made to Feel. No, she dropped it like last year. She dropped a single. That's what I was thinking about. She dropped a single recently, but it's from last year, her EP. It's amazing. Every single song on her discography is good. And it's such a positive, upbeat sound that I think we're just not really getting anymore from music. A lot of music is like I get popular shit, but like I want to hear some uplifting shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear someone did you wrong and that's why you're doing them dirty. I don't want to hear like, oh, everyone shit on me, so now I'm back on them. Like I just want some upbeat, uplifting music, and that's what she brings, and that's why she's number one on Pleasy's list this week.
Okay. Being on YouTube, we can't play nothing, right?
Nah, and I don't know.
We should have found a way to put this on Twitch, or at least on Twitch. Yeah, no.
Nah, because eventually we'll go on Patreon.
Okay.
And when you're on Patreon, you can play music.
Okay.
So I don't know if I'll change the segment. When I get there, I'll think about it. Ideas usually come to me at the moment. But for now, go listen to your girl, because she's hard.
Oh, yeah.
You want to help them?
Sure do. Thank you for tuning in to Hear Me Out with Missy and Adam, and we'll be back next week with another video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if there's anything you wanted to talk about next week. Let us, I don't know, give us some feedback,
Damn, you cooking, bro.
I am? I started rambling. I'm like, maybe I do know a little something.
No, we out of here. We gotta keep the video short, because apparently technology is difficult. Peace.
Bye. I did kind of eat with that.